Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a story that's absolutely electric, a clash of ideas that really did change everything. We're going to be looking at the incredible drama at the center of the book, Spinoza Excommunicated. So let's get right into it. Picture this. It's the 17th century. We're in Amsterdam, inside a synagogue. And there's this 24-year-old, a total genius, who's about to go up against his mentor, his community, pretty much his entire world, all because of this one simple question. And this is where the book Spinoza Excommunicated just drops us right in. The scene is so tense you can feel it. It makes it clear right away that this isn't just some dry philosophical debate. No, this is deeply personal. We've got two main players here. On one side, Rabbi Mortera. He's trying, with everything he has, to save his favorite student. And on the other side, that student, Baruch Spinoza, who is literally one step away from being kicked out forever. And you see, the book does such a great job of showing you just how close they were. It makes what's about to happen just so much more heartbreaking. Spinoza really looks up to the rabbi. You can feel the affection and respect. He says it right here. You are like a father to me. And you can just feel the rabbi's pain, right? It's like he's watching his own son walk off a cliff. He's begging him, why are you doing this? He just can't wrap his head around what could possibly be more important than God. And Spinoza's answer? It's simple and it's devastating. The freedom to think for himself. Okay, so things really start to heat up. The rabbi starts grilling Spinoza on these radical ideas that landed him in front of the court in the first place. And boom, the debate just explodes, and it's a debate that's going to challenge everything they believe. So where do they start? Right at the very foundation of their faith. The big one. And Spinoza's answer, which the book brings to life so vividly, is, well, it's a shocker. Spinoza basically says, look, these holy books, they're not some sacred texts from on high. He argues they were written by regular people with, and I'm quoting here, great imagination and little intelligence. Ouch. To the rabbi, this is just straight up blasphemy. But Spinoza, he's got his evidence. Now, this is where it gets really clever. Spinoza actually uses the Torah against itself. It's brilliant. He starts pointing out all these contradictions right there in the text. You know, things like, how many animals were on Noah's Ark? Who told David to take a census, God or Satan? He's showing that the book can't even agree with itself. And then he hits them with the ultimate paradox. How could Moses have written about his own death? It just doesn't add up. And he says that's proof it was written by men, not God. And the hits just keep on coming. He starts tearing down one core belief after another. Miracles? Nope, he says, that's just us not understanding the laws of nature. The idea of a chosen people? He throws that out, arguing that all human beings are equal. And then the big one, life after death. He calls it, and this is another quote, fairy tales of the rabbis. You have to understand, for the rabbi, this is so much more than just a debate. It feels like a total betrayal of everything they stand for, their entire history. He just sees this incredible, brilliant young man willingly tossing away his own soul, his chance at eternity. And all of this builds to the absolute climax of their argument. This is the big one. The idea that is so radical, there is just no coming back from it. So here it is, the very core of what Spinoza is getting at. He says, forget about this idea of a personal God who looks like a person who judges us, who steps in to change things. Instead, he offers this revolutionary idea. God is the universe. There's no difference. God and nature, they're just two words for the same thing. Basically, he's saying that the God we all talk about in religion, the one who gets jealous, angry, happy, that's a God we invented. It's a God we made in our image, not the other way around. The real God, Spinoza says, doesn't have feelings like love or hate. God just is. And for Rabbi Mortera, that's it. That's the final straw. It's a shattering moment. He's no longer looking at a student he can save. He's looking at a heretic, someone who's basically explaining God away. The debate is over. Yeah, the argument is finished. The rabbi knows in that moment that the young man he saw as a son is gone, lost to him, lost to their community, forever. There's nothing left to do now but deliver the sentence. And the book does an absolutely chilling job of recreating what happens next. the reading of the cherem, the formal curse of excommunication. And listen, the words are just brutal. They're specifically designed to completely cut a person off from every single thing they've ever known. I mean, the scale of this punishment is just staggering. No one can talk to him, write to him, even be near him. He's basically a ghost in his own life, completely erased from his world. But his reaction? It's the last thing anyone sees coming. Because what happens next is the twist that makes this whole story so powerful. Instead of being crushed, Spinoza is relieved. Can you believe it? He doesn't see a curse. He sees freedom. He sees his release sentence. For him, this is liberation from all the traditions, all the rituals, all the rules, like the 613 commandments that dictated every single part of his life. Suddenly, he's free. He walks out of that synagogue a new man. He's free to think whatever he wants, to question everything, to just follow his own reason, no matter what it costs him. And by doing that, he literally helps kickstart the Age of Enlightenment. He loses his entire community, sure, but in that moment, he finds himself. And in finding himself, he helps create the modern world we live in today. Now look, what we've walked through here, it's really just the tip of the iceberg. It's the opening act of the incredible story told in the book Spinoza Excommunicated. To really feel the raw emotion and the intellectual fireworks of the story of rebellion, of freedom, you've just got to read the book for yourself. So it leaves you with this massive question, right? It really makes you think. Now, if you want to dive deeper, we've put the link to grab a copy of Spinoza Excommunicated by Lázaro Drosnes on Amazon, right there in the description for you. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.